What's up? Uh, so my cousin's getting ready to come over. We're gonna hang out a little bit. Let his boy play with my little girl. See, it's 10:51. A few hours before the kids get home. I'm updating my Xbox because I've been playing on the wife's Xbox. And I just got mine back like 2 weeks ago, so it's time to update it. Um, Later tonight I'll go over. I'll go over last night's raid and explain why Destiny being okay with casual players is a good thing for me. Uh, yeah, more on that in a bit.
Here we go.
Alright, so that was yesterday. The pizza, the pizza thing, that was while my cousin was there. Yeah, so yesterday it got kind of crazy after everybody left and went home, and we had dinner, and let me turn this down. It's Steve Irwin Day, so I'm watching some old Crocodile Hunter, but yeah, I mean, there was nothing in particular yesterday to go crazy, but just leave that right there. That's good. Wasn't like too intense. It's just like had the kids, and then wife went to work, and by that time I was tired. All the kids were asleep, so I go to bed, and then I wake up like 3 hours later to the baby running around the living room. She's collared all over the place. So far I haven't found any on the walls, but like she took her brother's artwork and made it better. I assume that's what she was thinking. And yeah, so what I wanted to talk about on that raid was for most of the stuff, that was my second time going through. For others, that was their third or fourth. A couple others, that was their umpteenth. And then for the guy who originally started, it was his first time. So we did the dogs. It went okay. We got a little messed up and backwards. Wasn't my fault. And then we did Gauntlet, and that took a couple tries. But again, that I don't think that most of that was me. I screwed up once, but it wasn't game ending. I actually screwed up on the very last run. And then we did the baths, and that wasn't me. But like I replaced a guy on a plate. He went and grabbed another thing. Well, then he went to the wrong side. So then he comes back, and the problem was I'm public slave 0. The other guy on our side was 0, XEROH. And so when everybody's saying 0, he just stopped public slave 0. I don't know why, because 0 was the one explaining everything. And so he brings it back to me, leaving 0 defenseless and everything. And I was like, don't worry about it, I'm coming. And so I got the orb and I took it to him, and each one took about 2 tries, I think. And then we get to Callus, and Callus was a nightmare. Like, I know some of it, like the first problem we had, I can take the blame, because we were in Suck World. It's me, the new guy, and then one other guy. Well, they're like, I'll take right, I'll take middle. I was like, okay, I'll take left, but I got stuck on the wall, and they wouldn't move. They wouldn't let me down to the other end of the wall. And so we failed that, and then I got to the left side every time after that. But like, the other 2 guys just would not pay attention to stuff around them and stuff. And so I was cleaning up their mess while they're doing stuff in front. And it was nobody's fault, you know what I mean? It was the raid's not the easiest thing to learn, and I feel like I understand everything better now. But we had to quit because one guy had school in the mornings. I just need to finish Callus. I have not finished Callus. I've done everything twice now. And I've done Callus once, but we didn't finish. I just need to finish Callus. It's insane. But yeah, so that's why it's good that Destiny is made for casual players, because like some of those guys seem like they're getting really upset, but they've done that raid like multiple times, especially Zero, and he was pretty lenient. It sounded like he'd get irritated at times, and I mean, it's understandable because you see us doing good, you think you explain everything, and then somebody doesn't do it right. And I got all the call outs down basically, and I feel like I've definitely got a better grasp on the raid as a whole, but now I just want to finish it. But and without the challenges, because in the middle of the gauntlet it said challenge failed, and that's the challenge where, like, for all 3 rounds you have 3 different runners, and that's, 2 runners, so 6 people. All 6 people are runners at one point in that challenge. It seems cool, I like it, but I just need to finish the raid. And if that was an actual thing you had to do, it'd drive me mad. And now the thing is dogs, and it's basically the same thing. It's like for every phase, the people shooting the crystals up on the top, you can't shoot a crystal more than once per round. So like, you'd blast a crystal, the other guy'd blast a crystal, and then you need to swap out with 2 more people, and then they blast a crystal, and then you could either go to attack phase or swap out for 2 more people, the last 2 people. And it seems fun. It seems like a lot of fun in the right group, but I just don't feel like I'm experienced enough to really do that. And I wish they sort of had a practice mode. Like, if they just had a mode where you can go in and practice Gauntlet, that would be awesome. If you could just go in and practice doing the dogs. Like, my problem with the dogs isn't anything other than routes. I don't know the routes. I know the routes a little better. Like, I know we went out and hit, we'd go out and we'd get trees and R1, and then, which just doesn't mean anything for you guys, but trees, and then R1, and then double back through the base, hit L1, cut over to R2, then it was like rocks and L2 or L3, and then L2, and then over to R3, and then we'd start the attack. At least that seems to be how we did it. If you know anything about the raid, it takes a minute, and the people up top are definitely like the ones who know what they're doing. And I feel like if I could do the crystals, I could get a better understanding of the layout, because it's really easy to get yourself turned backwards. And like, Zero was like, when we go to attack phase, if you need to align yourself with where you need to go and you get a little backwards or whatever, look for the giant gold Buddha on the wall. So I did. This was the very first attack phase. So I can see a little bit here, and I'm like, well, there's no giant gold Buddha on that wall, it's just a gold wall. And so I go 360, because I'm in the middle of rocks and trees. I can't even see the damn thing, so I have to run out to the middle of the field, and then I look around, I spot it, and then I run over to my area. I was like, that was a bad place. Like, that we were not in a good position for me to find my position. Well, that's pretty much it. If it was as hardcore as the first one, I don't know that I'd learn it, but I really, really want to put in or install Destiny 1 again so that I can go back and do all those raids. And my cousin was like, yeah, but there's no point. Like, none of it carries over Destiny 2. It's like, yeah, but I never got the achievements, man. I've never completed a single raid ever. And I played Destiny 1 a lot. Like, I don't think I maxed out my character, because what'd the max get to? 400 or 405, 420? Something like that. I think I'm like six points alight behind the max for my Titan, because I didn't play any other classes. I created 2 others, but I didn't play them. And so my Titan was right there, and I got worn out. I couldn't get anybody there for a team. I couldn't do nothing, so I've just never completed a raid, and I haven't completed the damn Leviathan raid, which is probably the most upsetting out of all of it. So yeah, this is super duper early morning to make up for last night. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is my old GM and my old assistant manager from Oklahoma recently got married, like 3 days ago, I think. 2 or 3 days ago. And there's a lot of Snapchat videos and a lot of Facebook pictures and stuff, but I found one Snapchat video by another assistant manager, because we were a pretty close group, and I just want to share the moment that made me miss them all so incredibly much. And so that'll be the last thing you see here. So hopefully you have a good day. Hopefully you have a good day. And if I'm lucky, I'll put up another video later tonight after everything's said and done. Wife starts her new job today, so later, guys.
Oh God! Yeah!